your website is working for you with SEO and copy.
And
You
how is that working for you now in your business? Do you feel like the where you are now is the I'm understanding that it's changing the strategy and it's using more SEO. But have you found that this change in your business model has accelerated your business by a lot?
Yes, and also mentally, like the stress level, the anxiety, the feeling that I need to check my phone. I'm in the forest taking my walk, and then I'm like, oh, I need to. No, you're in the forest. Just chill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that anymore. I don't have that guilt to not log into Instagram. I completely deleted my Instagram. I'm like, I couldn't anymore. I'm like, gone, just like that, gone. The relief I felt was instant, and I cannot even tell you that was one of the best decisions ever in my life.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us on another episode of Entrepreneurial Truth. On today's podcast, I have Morgane with us. She's going to talk to you about her business, um, SEO, sales copy. Morgane, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, Kesi. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited to be having this conversation. And just a little disclaimer, if you hear weird sounds, I have my dog on my lap and she snores or she makes funny sounds, but she's fine. She's just sleeping. So
Thank you so much for letting them know. Um, I want to dive right in. Can you let our audience know a little bit about who you are, what you do, and who you serve?
Sure. So I'm a sales and SEO copywriter. So in a non-jargony language, it means I write sales copy in a way that it makes people sell their offers, and it's also getting found on Google and other search engines like DuckDuckGo, all the search engine you can think of, but also AI, because AI is obviously taking over, and voice search as well. So website that's optimized to be found by those three uh, means of search, and that sells their offers. So mainly I help service providers, so like consultants, coaches, vets, lawyers, mental health therapists, or therapists in general. And usually my clients come to me because they're done with social media. They're just tired of this production of content, basically, and they want something that works for them. So yeah, and about me, I'm from France and I have dogs, obviously. And yeah, that's about me a little bit.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's dive in. So when did this journey begin for you? Like, what made you go into doing SEO?
Well, it wasn't a straight line. So I started in 2016 as a personal development coach. So I knew nothing about sales copy. Like my message was super broad, talking to everyone and their grandma. And I was like, I wonder why I'm not getting more clients. Like I had clients, I had referrals. I was still having business, but when it comes the time to scale, to grow, I'm like, I was hitting a wall. I already had a website that was optimized at the time. I had hired someone to do it, and then I decided to learn myself. So along the way, just a little parenthesis, I learned, I kind of self-taught, like I researched and learned SEO by myself without being certified or anything as a personal development coach. But then came the glorious time where I got brainwashed by the boss babes, the gurus. When I say boss babes, I mean like the the babe mentality, love attraction and marketing and overnight results and all of that. They go together with the bro marketers. And I was brainwashed into believing that social media was the only way, which is completely silly because I was already getting results with my website, with books that I had published. People were finding me. Oh, I found your book. I found you. I would like to book a session. Like, really. So the rabbit hole started. I bought the courses, hired the coaches, got gaslit. If it's not working for you, you are the problem because it works for me. And of course, this made me question myself, like, what is wrong with me? But basically, it's like you have a certain shoe size, but you buy a shoe size that is too, like, shoes that are too small for you. You're trying to fit into it, like you're trying to fit into a mold that was not even built for you in the first place. Because yes, everything works, but everything doesn't work for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we
Mm-hmm.
all have our personality, our logic, our goals, our vision of things, and just the way we are built, wired. And it has never made sense for me to create content, like spend hours creating content, go into the Canva rabbit hole, to create content, to produce content,
Mm-hmm.
only for that thing that you pour your sweat into creating, and just
Not.
like that, it disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what is going on? And then I was hearing about the buyer's journey, like the phases, like the, problem aware, solution aware, and then you aware. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense, because if someone is only problem aware and they miss my post that's problem aware, like
They have to
and they,
wait another
yeah,
week
it's
for the
like,
next post.
yeah. So I'm like, how, like, it literally, it's playing the Russian roulette. Like, you have one bullet in one shot, and you don't know if you're gonna hit the target, and it doesn't compound.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, I'm cutting a very long story short, because there were so many other factors than that made that I pivoted. So yes, of course, I finally realized that my messaging was off, because my SEO was working. I even hired an SEO specialist. He gave me his quotation, and he checked my website, and he's like, Morgan, I'm not even going to charge you your SEO. There's nothing wrong with your SEO at this point. So I'm like, what is wrong with my business? Like, why is it not working? So I was still a personal development coach at the time. And then I'm like, somehow I finally understood that it was my copy. So I learned copy. And at some point, I got tired of all the things that I was doing in my former business. And I was having so much fun. And funnily enough, some of my clients, like personal development clients, they were also business owners. Some of them were also business owners. And they were like, oh, I saw your website. Can you help me with my website? And I was not even offering those services at this point. But that was like a validation, like, because I was really having a lot of fun with websites. And I've always loved websites and optimization and the technical aspect, because in my head, it feels like a puzzle. It felt like strategy. I'm a strategist at heart. So it was a lot of fun. Long story short, I pivoted, and now I'm having a lot of fun. I reignited the flame with my business, and and helping people who have been suffering, I guess I can use that word, as much as I have on social media, trying to fit, because you're told that it's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
I also love this aspect, like opening them up to a new way of doing marketing that they didn't really know about, or maybe they knew about it, they didn't think it was for them, or maybe they thought SEO was dead,
Mm-hmm.
which it's not. It's the total opposite. It's never been that alive, especially with AI and all that is the foundation for everything. So yeah, that's how I came to do what I do. And when I started over, I did the former platform that I was on, like the Wix website, because I've done some research, and Wix is not the best for SEO, for the best results. It has other qualities, like, I'm not saying bad things about it. It's just that we broke up. I broke up with Wix, and I fell in love with WordPress instead, and it's really the best for SEO. So I moved my whole business, started from scratch twice, because why not? I love to complicate things for myself sometimes. But yeah, changed my domain name. Yeah, that's why, because I changed my website, but then I had to change my domain name as well because it was not aligned with my new business. That's why I changed twice. And here I am with my WordPress website that was already having 16 pages on the first page of Google by month 6 of my brand new domain, and helping other people get found by their ideal client instead of interrupting the scroll when people are sometimes looking for entertainment or just scrolling out of boredom.
Right.
They are not in a buying mood. There is no
Right.
intention. So yeah.
And how are you finding that right now? Like, so SEO has changed a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now people are being able to do copy online using AI, right? How has it changed the landscape of what you're doing?
It has changed in the sense that people think they have a good copy, like a good piece of copy, because it was made by AI. So it's like AI became some sort of reference.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still confused as to why it's still not working.
Okay.
Because AI is not a copywriter, it's not an SEO specialist. And even if I've experimented, myself with it, and it's never, you cannot just copy and paste it,
Right.
because first of all, it sounds AI.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ton of M dashes that even a proper writer who would use M dashes properly, that nobody uses that many M dashes. Like, I've never seen someone use that many M dashes. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this gives it away. It's generic. It has no soul,
Mm-hmm.
no personality, and the keywords are not necessarily well chosen, long tail, so more specific. Like,
Mm-hmm.
business coach is a keyword, but it's very, very broad. It's very competitive. Like, the competition
Right.
is super
Right.
high. But
Right.
business coach, just a random example, business coach for women, service providers, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
women-owned service business, it's super specific.
Mm-hmm.
And AI is like, if you don't ask it the right questions, it's not going to spit that out by itself. So just to get back to your question, how it has changed, it's, I still have done for you clients, but people tend to go more into the consulting part. Like, they want a second opinion. They're like, okay, I've done that. Something is still off. Like,
Right.
and
Right.
also the accountability, the human touch, the support, the accountability. This is what AI cannot provide, because
Mm-hmm.
it's wired to think in one way. And yes, you can get good feedback from AI, don't get me wrong, but you don't necessarily have the experience from someone who will see straight away on your website how it looks,
Mm-hmm.
the logic, the connection between all pages, and the connection, the overall business.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, people are searching more this human touch, and
Mm-hmm.
also more and more people are getting a little bit tired of this AI thing, because the
Yeah.
voice, the personality, the generic aspect. This is what I've noticed in my business.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also too, your eye gets more trained to notice what is AI because you're seeing so much of it.
Mm.
And human content starts to kind of jump off the page when you notice that it's actually created by a human.
Mm.
And I mean, that could be because I have a AI business, right? Where we actually do AI consulting, where we may notice it. But on your end, are you also noticing the same thing too, where
Yeah.
you can literally see when a human has written something?
Yeah, absolutely. Because there are some, like, I'm not anti AI. Like I
Mhm.
also use it myself to gain time for things
Right.
that don't require much brain power, or for structure. Like I give my main structure and I
Mhm.
ask it to do, but I never ever ever add 100 ever copy paste. I
Mhm.
always tweak, put my own touch when it's for myself. um, I Sometimes I don't even agree with what AI has written. So I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if it's written that, then I want to give my own thought leadership as well, because I just to get back on the social media, to me, it's mostly the influencer business model
Right.
that is sold. But I want to have an expert business model, meaning like the expertise, the thought leadership, uh, you are not fitting in the mold.
Mhm.
You need right, you work with a trust, like you're a trust based specialist, so you need to reflect that trust in your copy, in your website, in every piece of content that you create. So yeah, always tweaking, always adding things. And so yes, it's good to gain time
Mhm.
in the basic structure that you could have written it, they write it. But then tweaking the depth, the expertise, the unique perspective, the tone of voice as well, the your personality, and the stories and client results. Last but not least, right? You
Mhm.
want to add your own stories, your own experience, and clients' result, clients' testimonials, case studies. AI cannot create. I mean, sorry, AI can create that. Of course, they can, but it's not honest, because it's
Right.
just like they suck it out of their thumb, and there's just like doesn't make sense, like it's empty. But
Mhm.
adding your own client with testimonials as screenshots, as proofs, like, yeah, this is a real human, this is not spit by ChatGPT. um, this is what makes the real difference.
Awesome. And how are you liking this time in terms of you've now pivoted your business, right? So before you had this business where you're coaching personal development, and now you're doing coaching but in a different area. How are you liking it, and what is the difference between the two? Because it's
uh,
still essentially coaching.
yeah, so I'm a different person myself. First of all, like the person who's talking to you right now is not the same as maybe even 4 years ago. I mean, we change every day, but you know what I
Right.
mean. So I was in a different mindset. Yes, I was wanting to help people, but I was also operating from my own wounds, my own trauma, wanting to help people because I've suffered. I don't want anyone to suffer. So I'm going to do my best to help them. But I'm nobody's savior, right?
Mhm.
Like everybody's their own savior. Meaning we all have to take responsibility for our well-being, our healing, our mindset, etc.
Mhm.
So it was a period of time where I was enjoying doing that. But then at some point when I came to an end with some things in my own journey, because in the meantime I moved to Jamaica, I was living with a famous artist, and then I got back after COVID, got back to France, I mean, and it's like my whole world kind of shattered. So I had to really take my healing to the next level. And this made me realize that I was trying to help, but beyond boundaries, beyond my own boundaries. I was
Mhm.
depleted, I was exhausted, I was overgiving, I was pouring from an empty cup. So then I realized, I'm like, am I legit to be doing that?
Mhm.
Who am I to really help people where I'm a complete mess myself?
Mhm.
And so all of this, it had different layers, right? So I'm just summarizing here a very long story with several things. But basically, I thought it was my time to be more in the background and help people, still help them with the suffering I was talking about, but less from a place of uh, wanting to save, so to speak. I know it sounds bad, but
No, I know what you mean.
my heart was in the right place. It's just
The method.
yeah, I was yeah, that I'd rather help a business owner with something more concrete, because I've also realized, being in the other side myself as a client of some therapists,
Mm-hmm.
except the one who has really helped me heal my trauma. This person, I'm setting him apart because I'm not putting him with others, because what he was doing was really, really, I've never seen anyone help others heal trauma like that. Like, I'm not even joking.
What?
That was amazing. Yeah. I was able with him to heal trauma I wasn't even aware I was still carrying, like completely subconscious. And nothing woo woo, nothing,
Right.
just two questions he asked. Anyway, I'm not gonna give his technique. He is on the internet. I can eventually
Definitely
share.
share his link. For anybody out there that's looking for someone in that area, I mean, because we all have our wounds, right? Um,
Absolutely.
that I think everybody is carrying. And to be fair, you know, when you are a business owner, um, and you are going through the journey of having a business, it's 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 a lot of pressure, right? You
Absolutely.
have to show up every day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So helping people, but with something more concrete, because like I was saying, I went to therapists, healing facilitators, you name it, before I knew better, who were actually gaslighting, a little bit in the narcissistic personality. I'm not diagnosing, I'm just talking about traits. I'm going to give
Right.
you an example. You have to tell me about your trauma right now, because if you don't, it means you don't want to heal. You will never heal if you don't tell me. So not only you're re-experiencing the shock,
Hmm.
initial shock, but the violence, so to speak,
Hmm.
of being pushed to talk about something you don't want to talk
Talk
about.
about. Hmm.
And then so different method that didn't work and completely. So this being treated like that by others made me realize that I was grateful, as far as I'm aware, I never did that to anyone. But
Hmm.
I'm like, something is wrong in this industry. I mean, in every industry there is something wrong, right? I
Hmm.
mean,
Hmm.
you have people abusing the system everywhere,
Hmm.
people not treating right, even in the business coaching industry,
Hmm.
right? So I stepped back and I'm like, is that really what I want to do? I really realized the impact that, as a personal development coach, everything that has to do with mindset, the real impact that you can make or break someone. It's very dangerous. So when I was doing it, I was having fun. My clients were happy. I mean, but it's just this whole journey that was like a slap in the face. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I've never had any horrible story or anything like that. Like, it's
But
just the
mhm, when you're not healed, to try and help someone in that area, it what I'm hearing is that it didn't feel authentic to you. Like,
yeah.
I can't
When I
believe.
realized that, I'm like, no. And that was just me being called by God. I believe in God to do something else. And that's when I realized, wait a minute, I've been doing SEO for all these years. So I took the certification just to feel at peace, to feel legit. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So actually, I, not bragging, but I hadn't realized I had developed a skill outside of personal development and all of that. So I'm like, yeah, this is really what I want to do, because authenticity is really something important for me. Um, I think it comes with levels of awareness.
Right.
With the journey, even if the heart is in the right place,
Mm-hmm.
it's not always an excuse. Like sometimes you do things that you think are right in general, but after you're like, from which place was I operating? And this is when you become very honest with yourself, because not that you were not before, but it's like you had a veil or you had a different belief system, whatever the case is. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So either you still keep going
Mm-hmm.
and you feel, like something is
Right.
off,
Right. Right.
or you face it and you're like, okay, I need to do something about it, because no, I cannot keep doing that. So that's chose that route.
And the path that you're operating in now, right? And the place that you're coming from now, how has your growth been in terms of your business growth now that you're more aligned, and just growth overall? What does that look like?
um it looks like not making myself wrong for not fitting in the mold I was not made to fit in the first place. And I know I'm not alone by, like, when I say this. It's just like I was saying, we are all built differently. Our brain works differently. Some people like to share their personal life, they share their weekends, they share their, like, nothing wrong with that. If you're having fun, go ahead. Like, I'm not criticizing that. And I love seeing people being successful, whatever they use. But now I'm talking to those who, like myself, they don't like to do that. They don't feel comfortable. They are more private. They're more introverts. They don't see the point. Like, my point is, I wouldn't hire a lawyer, a vet, even a business coach, just because I saw how they spend their weekend and they like something that I like. Like, there's like, oh my God, same. Let's work together. I, I, I That's not how I operate. And just like in real life, you don't walk down the street just to have a lawyer rushing out of their office being like, hey, I'm a lawyer, do you want to work with me? Like some people are doing in the DMs.
Mhm.
Like, why is it okay to do things online that people wouldn't do in person?
Ooh.
And this is disturbing for me, because those are strategies that have never resonated with me. Once again, I know some people are using them. There are good people out there doing that. It works for them. They don't mind. Great. You keep winning.
Mhm.
But once again, I'm talking to those who, like myself, would want to take a shower just by the thought of sending a cold DM pitch, right? So there is another way for those people. There is another way, and it's this inbound marketing. So the attraction marketing. I'm not talking about the law of attraction. I'm just talking about attracting people to you, meaning while you are sleeping at 2 a.m., someone who has the problem that you solve, they cannot sleep because of that problem that you solve. They grab their phone, their tablet, their whatever, they Google you, and you are found exactly when they need you. The intent is already there. Then you have your copy that's doing the pre-selling or even the selling, because sometimes you just have bookings coming just like that. And it's just a matter of timing, being there when your people need you. While
Mhm.
you're sleeping, while you're walking your dog, you're cleaning your cat's litter box, you're doing whatever, you're on holiday, your website is working for you with SEO and copy.
And
You
how is that working for you now in your business? Do you feel like the where you are now is the I'm understanding that it's changing the strategy and it's using more SEO. But have you found that this change in your business model has accelerated your business by a lot?
Yes, and also mentally, like the stress level, the anxiety, the feeling that I need to check my phone. I'm in the forest taking my walk, and then I'm like, oh, I need to. No, no, you're in the forest. Just chill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that anymore. I don't have that guilt to not log into Instagram. I completely deleted my Instagram. I'm like, I couldn't anymore. I'm like, "Pfft, gone, just like that, gone." The relief I felt was instant. And I cannot even tell you, that was one of the best decisions ever in my life.
Wow.
So, not only in my level of stress, anxiety, not really anxiety, but the nervousness, because I thankfully to this therapist, I healed my anxiety. So it's more about knowing that your business is also working for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
this is priceless, because I didn't open my, even if now I'm in marketing and all that, I didn't open my business primarily to create content for social media.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Mm-hmm.
not my goal.
Mm-hmm. And not
And
most business owners either.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I still use social media to this day. That's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the way I'm using it is different. It's optional, and at some point, I'm planning on deleting my platforms. I don't know when exactly. It has to be strategic. Uh, I'm I'm working towards that. But what I do now is I've like it's a website centered strategy that I have. So I create for my website primarily.
Mm-hmm.
I use podcast and YouTube, my own podcast. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yes, I'm also guest, but my own podcast as a repurposing,
Mm-hmm.
because that's also evergreen. That's also a way for me to reach my ideal clients.
Mm-hmm.
And social media posts are more authority based. Like, I don't do engagement posts, like very, very rarely. It really, if I like the other day, I posted that because I needed a high five. Like, I literally walked back to my car. I passed my car by, and then at the end of the street, I'm like, where am I parked? I didn't even see my car. So I'm like, am I the only one? So, but that was not really engagement. That was just because it was so ridiculous and funny. So, but I'm not an entertainer. I'm not here to entertain my audience. I don't want my audience to expect entertainment from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have my quirky voice, but I want them to see me as someone who is like no fluff, tell it like it is, with kindness, of course, benevolence, always. But I'm not here to just tell you what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for like to move you forward, even if it's uncomfortable, but don't worry, I got you kind of vibe, you know? So this is how I use social media to repurpose, showcase authority. And if the algorithm doesn't push my posts, I don't really care. Like, I was put in Facebook jail right at the moment when I was talking about how I was on a Zoom call. We were talking about how social media is not safe. And boom, I got put in Facebook jail. Like, that was hilarious. My first reaction was to laugh, like literally. And I'm like, thank you, Facebook, for proving my point.
Yeah.
So it's just use social media like they're using you. They want to use you. They want your attention. They just want to keep you hooked because it's their business model, not yours. Attention is their business model. Um, Take advantage of it. But if it's harming your mental health, delete the app from your phone, put boundaries in place. And I don't care if coach so and so told you that you need to engage on LinkedIn or wherever. The first hour where your post is coming out, whether you schedule it or you post it, your wellness comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at
Mm-hmm.
this point, my engagement right now is minimal. Of course, my reach has tanked. I'm okay with it because I
Mm-hmm.
have other assets that are working for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just LinkedIn has changed recently. There was an algorithm update, and it's becoming a little bit like Facebook and Instagram. Not to the same extent, because you still have mostly professional things on
Right.
LinkedIn, not as much foolishness, if I may say so. But still, it's, yeah. So why I'm putting my eggs in the LinkedIn basket also, it's because LinkedIn gets ranked on Google, like it gets showed, like your post and your profile gets shown on Google. That's simply why, just to build my SEO authority.
And if you had to give your younger self some advice, what advice would that be? And what tool would you give?
Don't listen to the social media self-proclaimed gurus.
Mm-hmm.
Just trust what you know, even if it's a little bit slower than what they promise.
Mm-hmm.
If you see it's working, trust it. Just be
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Blinders on, yeah.
Right. Blinders on. Don't chase the next strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to what you know. Readjust, of course, because we always need to readjust to see what's working, what could be optimized, etc. So this would be the piece of advice I would give my 2016 self. And also, you said which tool, right? Website.
Website is the tool.
Yeah. And then build from that.
Mm-hmm.
Evergreen, basically evergreen. So evergreen, like the trees that don't lose their leaves.
Mm-hmm.
You say evergreen content. So content that doesn't perish, content that works for you. Blog
What's
post.
some, yeah, go ahead. What's some evergreen content?
Blog post. So on your own website, I always recommend your own website because it's owned asset. Nobody can kick you out, right? It's you. Like the algorithm gremlin don't, they cannot do anything. It's your website.
Mm-hmm.
Then choose, if you want to use another platform, use things like YouTube or podcasts, because these are also evergreen. They show up on Google and people, like there is a search engine into the podcast platforms, or YouTube, obviously. That could be also Pinterest. Pinterest is not a social media platform. It's a search engine, a visual search engine. So send yourself some traffic from Pinterest to your website. And then in terms of social media, if you had to put your eggs in a social media basket, I would recommend LinkedIn because it ranks on Google. It gets indexed on Google. So you're basically opening the door to be found, like your post can be found. And Substack also.
Substack.
Yeah, because it also helps you get quoted by AI. So LinkedIn, Substack, of course, you also have Reddit, Quora, your own website, Google business profile. Even if you work online, you can have a Google business profile, because why not have your local people work with you online, right? So these would be what I would recommend.
And how soon do you think they'll be able to see results if they start to use those, come off of social media, some, and start to add some hours and some time doing evergreen content on these platforms?
So really, it's I'm going to give two answers. One answer for those who have had their domain name, so their website. The domain name is the yourdomain.com. This is the URL, the domain name. Those who have a website, a domain name that is older than 1 year old, and advice for those who have a domain that is less than 1 year old, like brand new. So if you've had your domain name for over a year, you can start seeing results you start seeing a shift within the first 20 days. That's usually what my clients see. It's not significant in 20 days, but when you analyze your analytics, you start to see something's happening. Most of my clients start really seeing the snowball being a reasonable snowball by month 2. Of course, the longer the better. I mean, it's gonna compound. Now, if you already have an audience on social media and your domain name is brand new, don't give up social media yet, because your domain name needs to build trust with Google. It's like, hey, I see you're a new website in town. Can I trust you? Like, what are you about?
Mhm.
Google needs to trust you. So you need to put content, whether it's even if you don't have a blog. Of course, a blog will accelerate your results,
Mhm.
but at least sales pages, homepage, freebie page that are optimized with the right keywords, with the good technical SEO as well.
Mhm.
So uh, by doing that, my own brand new domain saw my first organic booking. I mean, organic, I don't do paid ad, but I mean, um, from a total stranger. So they didn't find me on social media or anywhere else, just from my blog. I had my first booking by month 6. So this
Mhm.
is but I was blogging, and also a niche blog. I had generic blog, but a niche blog, like even more specific blog. So this is the realistic. So I'm not gonna lie, it takes time, but it
Mhm.
compounds. So if for a while you want to keep using social media to keep with your audience, build your email list as well with a freebie, like a lead magnet, that would definitely be my recommendation. So now I get it that some people might say, yeah, but it's a lot of work. Not gonna lie, it is,
Mhm.
but it's a choice. Are
Correct.
you ready for, let's say, for 1 year, if you have I'm talking about if you have a brand new domain here, are you ready for 1 year to post one blog per week or one blog per month or two blog per month, whatever you choose? Even if you still post on social media to time to transfer your audience,
Mhm.
knowing that it's going to work for you forever. I mean, as long as you stay relevant and you update and all of that, because it's literally gonna work for you for years. Are you ready to do that for yourself? Are you ready to invest in time, in money, in energy in your own website? There is no wrong answer. It's just a matter of choice.
Mhm.
You choose your difficult,
Yep.
basically. My difficult might be, yes, I'm juggling a lot of plates in the first year, especially now I'm creating a new like an academy, but so it's work, but everything takes work, everything takes time. It's
Mhm.
just you need to be strategic with your schedule, with what you can do, also with your nervous system capacity,
Mhm.
and to put your eggs in the basket that's going to keep bringing you return on investment, whether it's money, time, and energy, return on investment in all of that. So
Mhm.
this is my honest answer.
Oh, I love it. I have had a great time with you today. In fact, the time just flew.
I know. I'm seeing the time like, no.
Is there anything that you would like to share with our audience before you go today? And of course, tell them how to find you.
Thank you. So, what I would like to share is um, SEO is not dead. Don't be afraid of the technical beast because it's not as complicated as some people make it to be.
Mhm.
And if you want to hire someone to do it for you, make sure to ask them in plain language what they mean and to have reports that mean something, not just, hey, here is your graphic, it looks good, it looks up, what am I looking at, how is that helping me? Never be afraid of asking questions to a specialist that you're hiring. If they lose patience, they're not the one for you.
Mhm.
You are entitled to know exactly what you're investing in and what this if I'm telling you you've had 79,000 impressions this month, congratulations. I'm like, cool. And so I would tell you you've appeared 79,000 times in search results this month. This is really good. And
Mhm.
you've had that number of clicks, meaning, so I'm not going to go into a course here. My point is, don't be afraid of asking questions in plain language, because SEO is not your job. It's normal.
Mhm.
You cannot guess what you don't know. So transparency is the key. If you don't want to do it, have it done for you, because it's
Yeah.
obviously it has a higher investment, right? A higher price point. You can learn to do it yourself. So you can find free tutorials, go with ChatGPT, but make sure that you're getting the right information for your business.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much information out there that it can be hard and overwhelming to know exactly what applies to you.
Mm-hmm.
The middle path would be to learn to do it with someone in a program or an academy like the one I'm building. And it's really like, if anyone expects you to know how to do it just because you explain, that's not how it works. You need to understand what you do. So that was a long answer to your question, but I wanted to make it clear. And where to find me, sorry, on my website, Morgane Consulting. So Morgane with an E, because that's the French spelling. Or if you want to say Morgane E Consulting, in that case, .com. And I've just launched my sold out SEO Academy, which is welcome to everyone. If you don't like social media and if you want to have a website centered business model like marketing strategy. So,
Love it.
yes.
Morgane, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation, and thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for listening. And again, you can check Morgane out at her website. I will make sure that I put all the links below so that you have access to everything you need.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.